listening to the incoming president, because whatever he says on that at that moment will set the tone
very significant
for how his government goes.
And it becomes the key speech that we are going to look out for at the end of the 4-year tenure. I mean, this is a president who will be doing one term, and I say so because if you remember that speech, beyond the concerns about the plagiarism that are taking place, that speech many thought was a defining moment because it was the speech that the Ghana Beyond Aid was loudly trumpeted. Yeah. I mean, the verdict is out there. 8 years on, the verdict is out there. I mean, we don't have to argue about it at all. I mean, we know how things have been.
Remember, it was also the speech that encouraged the people to be citizens and not spectators.
Well, that falls within the plagiarized text, and so you can understand if you are still not, you have some concerns about it. You can still,
if we were not allowed to be citizens.
Well, it depends on how you want to look at it. But I mean, the keys, the significance of this particular address cannot be overemphasized. I mean,
absolutely.
We expect him to state quite clearly what his focus will be. And Mr. Mahama, in terms of His Excellency, I mean, during the campaign period, he had made a point strongly that he's an experienced hand. He's an experienced hand. He had been described by his political opponents as a second-hand driver. But the fact of the matter is that for the first time, we are going to have someone who is taking the oath, who has been president before. Mind you, he was at the presidency for 8 years. 4 as vice, 4 as president, then 8 years in opposition to see how Ghana has been managed, which in his opinion was mismanaged. He comes across with lots of experience.
I'm not sure it's just in his opinion.
So
we have the verdict is out there, especially after the last.
Let's just put it out. The Speaker of Parliament, Right Honourable Alban Sumana, Kingsford, Bagbin, has just arrived at the Independence Square where a parliamentary session is taking place right now. It's safe to say that he is the one who is going to preside over the parliamentary sitting today. Aside from the president-elect who's going to be sworn in today, he is the most important person at this gathering. If the speaker hadn't arrived, we still cannot proceed with this particular swearing-in ceremony. So with the arrival of the speaker, what you see there is the maize, and that has been set right before the speaker's seat. The maize is standing upright. What that means is that all is well and the session can take place. If the maize had been swung anywhere beyond the middle, then we would have an issue. Exactly. Because the positioning of the maize communicates a particular situation. So as we see it now, the maize is standing upright. What that means is that parliamentary business is set to take place. The Speaker of Parliament went round and beckoned on his deputies as well. As we do know, yesterday, in fact, the early hours of this morning, we had Bernard Ahiafo, who is the Akachi South Member of Parliament, sworn in as the first Deputy Speaker, and also the Member of Parliament in the Ashanti region, Sumana constituency, specifically Andrew Esiama Amoako, also sworn in as the second Deputy Speaker. In fact, he retained that particular position as second Deputy Speaker of Parliament from the 8th Parliament. He is the second Deputy Speaker of Parliament for this 9th Parliament as well. We're seeing as well Kofi Boachi, who was recently announced as part of the preparatory team for the Operation Recover All Loot Oral.
He's also part of
the security team as well.